44,000, all prepared to serve the king. How you mention one West and didn't mention me? Look, I eat, sleep, shit, breathe, UPK every day. Get about that Christian church. One West is the only way for righteous leadership and brotherhood. This the only place. A lot of people say they got it, but we know them bitches fake. So I'll be one West to the death, to the end. UPK versus everybody. All we do is win. Undefeated since 69. Pussy, try again. I'll be damned if we ever lose to the likes of them. Commander Junior Hunter ain't no coward. You know who he is. Held on to this truth with no excuse. That's what he did. Showed us how to build a nation. Every day we put in brick. Get that all put on her head and take an oath to never quit. And I mean that shit. Every word that I'm saying. If you cross the fucking line, I'ma show you I ain't playing. And I stay war ready. Every word that we hanging. And I still rock my shield of David like I'm gang banging. Bitch, we Harlem, New York, 125th Street. How you mention UPK and didn't mention me? We the home of the truth, bitch, nigga, what you mean? How you mention one West and didn't mention me? No excuses, no cowards, only soldiers roll with me. How you mention UPK and didn't mention me? 144,000, all prepared to serve the king. How you mention one West and didn't mention me?
Hey, shalom, y'all. Bashas Rakatah. Y'all, Shamartha, Basham, y'all, shout out to the sisters, man. Another episode of the Moment of Truth podcast, man. Coming at you live and direct, man.
That's right.
Damn right, man. You know, understand? You know what it is, man. You know what we on, man. We about bringing out the truth, man. We about putting them conspiracy theories to rest and making sure they're no longer conspiracy theories, man.
That's right.
And we're going to touch base on something that we still need to talk about, man, because it's still in the goddamn social media. This Kyrie Irving thing, this Kanye West thing, right? Now, here's what the funny thing is. And when I say funny, of course, I mean sad. They want Kyrie Irving to do a dog and pony show for promoting the film, from Hebrews to Negroes. They want them to do they want him to do basically a worldwide apology tour. He gotta, you know what I'm saying, collect all 7 Dragon Balls. This nigga got to find the One Piece.
Right.
He got to get the number 1 and number 2 headband.
Right.
He must get the genie lamp from Aladdin and make all 3 of the right wishes, including setting the genie free.
So he needs the blue eyes white dragon.
Yeah, he needs the blue eyes white dragon. You understand? Like, they got this nigga doing the most.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's really sad because the thing is this: they don't make any of them goddamn oppressors do any of that. Right. When they say anything remotely racist about black people,
right?
You understand? Listen, the list goes on and on and on and on for all these white celebrities who have said and did something racist to black people, and they want Kyrie to meet with the so-called Jewish leaders, like the Jewish rabbi. They want this nigga to meet with a Jewish rabbi.
Right?
What the hell for? Why the f does this nigga have to meet with a Jewish rabbi? On what grounds? Hey, shalom, sis. Most High Christ rocking it out with us, man.
It's like, if I could, to add on to what you were saying. Like, that's crazy, man. Like how you said, they putting this brother do a dog and pony show, telling him to go do X, Y, and Z, and, you know, you got to repent to do all this.
That nigga got to find the Dragon Balls with no Dragon radar.
Right? So it can't fly.
Right?
You can't use none of the weapons. You can't use no flying numbers.
Right.
You can't fight your opponents. You gotta lay down and let them punch you.
And you gotta get the Namekian boys too.
Right.
And that's just how you gonna get there, Kyrie. Just figure it out.
Right. But no, that's crazy, man, because they putting this brother do a dog and pony show all to just make a simple apology, which my thing is this brother shouldn't even have to apologize. And if that is the case of him having to apologize, why ain't the oppressor apologizing? Right. Why ain't none of these other heathen nations have to apologize for anything they have said against the children of Israel? Right. Nobody's had to come out all the way from all the way over there from Scotland to apologize for the murders of black Spanish and Native Indians, and nobody had to come all the way from Russia to apologize for the murder of black Spanish and Native Indians.
Man, I'll tell you something that General Muhammad said that was so heavy. He said, you know what I'm saying, the white man is so goddamn selfish, he won't even share self-esteem.
Right?
I said, God damn. So that's a heavy point he's bringing up.
Right?
Like, you're not even allowed to have any self-esteem, black man, to think that you are the Lord's chosen.
Right.
To think that the Lord has chosen you.
Right.
You can be anything but a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian according to their person, man. Like, they don't really want you to have any kind of self-confidence whatsoever. They just really want you to shut the hell up and die quietly, man.
Right.
That's what they want from you. Shut the hell up, nigga. We don't want to hear about none of them nigger ideas you got.
Right.
Just die quietly.
Right.
That is what the oppressor really feels about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man.
Send you other niggers over there while he's dying quietly. You better not say a damn thing.
Right? Hey, Shalom, sis. We ain't forgot about you. I got I got your shirts coming on. Hey, we'll be in the mail after this episode, man. I got a crazy design for you. I think you're gonna love it, sis. So, and I'm, didn't want to spoil the surprise, so I ain't gonna say it, but you're gonna love it. So your shirts will be coming this week. Shout out to that sister, man. Always rocking it out, man. You know what I'm saying? A couple of sisters always rocking it out, man. That's why we're gonna be doing another shirt giveaway, man, to show the love and to show the love back for all the love and support that y'all show the Moment of Truth podcast, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep getting it in. But my fault. Go ahead and finish breaking it down, man, because I want to find this trying to pull up this article. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, like I was saying, like it's crazy because they putting this brother to a dog and pony show, and he's got to make an apology onto the world. When, like I said before, like ain't nobody else got to make these worldwide apologies for the crimes they commit against blacks.
Hey, listen, you do anything to offend a white man, he's gonna get you.
Right?
The white man will make a goddamn shark apologize. You understand?
Right.
If your white man will go on the shark, invade the shark territory. Look as I touch the shark while it's in the middle of a feeding frenzy. The shark do what a shark do and bite him. Next thing you know, the white man is killing all the goddamn sharks until a white shark publicly apologizes.
So, like, if I could to add on to that, like it's funny when you put it like that, man. Because when I say funny, I mean it's screwed up in the most wicked way possible. Because the mindset of the oppressor is that he can go over there, tear all the animals' habitats down,
right?
Defile everything that they, know. This is their home. This is where they've lived. This is where they thrive. They can't thrive anywhere else. And then you're going to go over there, tear all of it down. Then once they start trying to thrive in another place and they start attacking people,
he goes kill them there as well.
Yeah. You want to blame them and call them vicious animals. You want to hold these animals captive as pets. Only the oppressor could think to keep a lion as a pet. And then wonder why it attacked them.
And the oppressor is truly the devil the Bible speaks of, man.
That's right.
Man. The things that they try to put black people through, man. Like I said, General Muhammad brought it out. 12 show General Muhammad brought it out so heavy, man. He said the oppressor is so goddamn selfish. He don't even want to share self-esteem. He wants you to think so low of yourself and so distraught about yourself that you like you have no sense of duty. You have no sense of respect. You have no sense of anything.
Right.
Like he just wants you to just exist in his bubble and suffer up under his oppression,
right,
and do so quietly. Like you're not allowed to have any goddamn identity other than the identity that he gives you. Like he told you that you can self-identify. He said man can self-identify as women,
right,
and women can self-identify as man. He didn't tell you Negroes that you can find your real identity.
Right.
And that's why it's a goddamn problem. I finally found this video, man. I'm about to pull it up. Man, y'all got to check this out. This stuff right here is so wicked. And until we understand,
why does it say she man,
right?
It's obviously a lady boy.
No, it's supposed to be Sherman, I guess. But the thing is, this the oppressor is such a goddamn devil, man. And until we realize this, man, we gonna keep suffering up under his goddamn boot heel, man, up under his tyranny, up under his oppression.
Right.
I'm about to pull this video up real quick. Bear with me, man. This shit right here, this shit here, looking at it. Like, this is crazy. Look now, and I want you to realize the platform that this is happening on. So I got the video. Let's get it unmuted.
Specifically addressed.
Let me
Irving made a quote reckless decision to post a link to a film containing deeply offensive anti-Semitic material. He added he is quote disappointed that he has not offered an unqualified apology and will be meeting with Irving the next week. This is the first time that any statement from the team, from the league, or the PA has specifically addressed Irving. Here now with Chene Agumake, Richard Jefferson, Vince Carter, and our guest, Rabbi Erez Sherman from Sinai Temple here in Los Angeles. Thank you so much for being
here. They got a rabbi on there.
I want to start with you here. What is your reaction to all that we just heard from Kyrie Irving?
The reaction was that when I was a child, I met people that were different than me on a basketball court. Not necessarily in my synagogue or even in my Jewish school, but on a basketball court. And so the fact that this ball is tearing people apart right now, and I don't make me mad, but it makes me scared. And
all right, stop. This devil. This is war tactic 101. Right. I met people who were different from me on a basketball court. Not necessarily in my synagogue or my Jewish school. You mean there were no different people from you inside your synagogue where your people go, or inside a school specifically built for your people? Right. If only black people could relate to that. Right. You understand? Because all of our communities have been destroyed, gentrified. All of our schools have been destroyed and gentrified. We have nothing to where we don't meet anybody that's not different from us, because all our goddamn enemies are right in the midst of us. Right. I bet you in that synagogue, in that basketball court, and in that Jewish school of his, I bet you he didn't meet any Germans there. Right. I bet you they went in that thing talking about all hell Hitler. I bet you he didn't meet none of them. Right. I bet you he didn't meet none of the same people that oppressed him. Right. Talking about it makes him scared. It makes me scared. I'm very afraid. Man, the oppressor is the goddamn devil, the Bible speaks of, man. This is war tactic 101, man. Let's get some more on this, man. Just had to make sure y'all understood what he was saying.
And not scared for myself, but actually scared for my own children, the kids in my own community and the kids around the world that take a tweet up there in the Twitterverse and the Instagram and the social media and take it as truth and then take that sometimes to action.
And some people might see this, as you mentioned, as just a social media post, but I always pride myself on educate myself so that I educate others, educate us as to the real life consequences of a post like this.
Absolutely. The real life consequences start in a tweet, but end up in my driveway here in Los Angeles when I get a baggie saying the Jews are responsible for COVID, Jews are responsible for XYZ.
No, he said that it starts as a tweet and ends up in his driveway. So basically, he's saying that somebody will say something online and then they will come and attack his community personally. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like a lot of these white supremacists. Right. That sounds like Donald Trump telling white supremacists to go and march on the U.S. Capitol during January 6th, and they actually doing it. Right. Let me tell you something. This right here is a bunch of bullshit. Excuse my language. Right. But there's no other way for me to say it. I'm trying to say it the most politically correct way as possible. That's a bunch of bull for him to let them words fly out of his mouth. Anybody on the face of this planet knows nobody has more blood on their hands than a white man. And whether he claims to be Jewish, whether he claims to be Russian, whether he claims to be from Ukraine, whether he claims to be from Uruguay, it don't matter where the hell an oppressor from. They all share the same blood. They are all the same people. They all have the same goddamn blood on their goddamn hands, these filthy beasts. And he wants to talk about how it makes him scared and how it comes from the goddamn it comes from the Twitter page to my front yard. Right. Well, that's exactly what you goddamn oppressors do all the goddamn time. Right. Nobody is responsible for more bloodshed and death and destruction on the face of this planet than the goddamn oppressor. Don't ever let them fool you. Go ahead.
It's luck if I could. There was a story I was scrolling through, like it was a while ago. This happened about like 2-3 months ago. But there was a story that I was scrolling through in the same state that Brett Favre has stole the millions of dollars from poor black people.
Mm-hmm. That he issued a public apology to and had to meet with black poor leaders about while stealing goddamn millions of dollars from poor people. It's such a bad thing to do. Right. You understand? Listen, they say Kyrie speaks hate. White people commit hate crimes.
So the story that I was reading on, it was a devil. I ain't going to say a devil, a white supremacist that went into a brother's yard and stuck a huge cross there. I don't know what made him think of that. He pulled, I don't know where he even got that mug from. He pulled that mug out of his utility belt. He carried that mug up there, right?
He got it from his grandfather,
right? So he took the cross, planted in the brother's yard, and lit that mug on fire. And apparently this Jewish man having a bag put in his yard is so heinous to him. But this brother had a literal cross burnt in his yard.
And the thing is this, the oppressor don't care about the suffering of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It ain't this deep over Kyrie posting a goddamn link to a video. Right. It's not this goddamn deep that they got. And once more, this is ESPN that got this Jewish dude on here. Listen, these other heathen nations get so much love and compassion and mercy from one another and from everybody else. But where is yours, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man?
Right.
Where is your mercy and compassion and love? I thought God loves everybody, Mr. Christian.
Right.
I thought God forgives. I thought you're supposed to forgive your brother and forgive your neighbor and all that other filthy stuff about forgiveness that you speak to black people on a regular whenever heinous and atrocious crimes is committed against them. Don't be mad, Mr. Black.
They telling us to forgive our enemies.
You're mad, but don't be. Just forgiveness. You must have that in your heart.
Right.
God don't like that. God is a God of peace and love and forgiveness. Well, Mr. Jewish man, your God isn't a God of peace, love, and forgiveness.
Right.
I thought it was unconditional. But Kyrie's so-called forgiveness come with a bunch of goddamn conditions behind it.
Right.
Like I said, this nigga got to get all 7 Dragon Balls. He got to figure out how Stella got her groove back. Right. He got to do every goddamn thing. Jesus Christ. Apologize and move on. Ain't that what the white men do?
Right.
Ain't that what these other white racist supremacist groups do? They apologize and move the hell on.
That's even if you get an apology.
What?
That's even.
Yeah, no, I know. I was sarcasm.
I know.
That's even if. You know what I'm saying? White man get on TV and say, "Look at Conor McGregor." He like it was this one famous clip where he was talking about a man's family and doing all type of heinous things to his kids, and the dude said, "Apologize." Conor McGregor won the fight and said, "I'd like to apologize to absolutely no one." He said, "Because the champ does what the heck he wants." But what he really should have said is because the devil does what the hell he wants. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because that's exactly what we see happening in today's world, man. And we want to act like there's no truth behind what the hell Kyrie said. Right. Everybody and their goddamn mama know there's truth behind what Kyrie said. And we still going to act like he ain't said nothing true. We know who's running the goddamn social media. We know who runs all these platforms. Right. I don't know if y'all know this, but we on Facebook and YouTube right now. And Mark Zuckerberg is a so-called Jewish man. Right. He's a so-called Jewish man. He runs Facebook. You get what I'm saying? There is truth. Shalom, sisters. Hey, all the sisters checking in. Shalom, man. I appreciate the support. Make sure that you like and subscribe and share the class, man. You mean share the podcast? Let's get this truth out here, man. To keep waking up more brothers and sisters around the world, man. That's to let them know that the oppressor is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But what I was saying is the pressure's the devil, man.
That's right.
I got one more thing I want to touch on real quick, man. Another video I gotta pull up, man. Y'all gotta see this stuff, man. And everybody has blackballed Kyrie, man. They are acting like this nigga has really committed a heinous crime. Right. Giving black people an identity is not a crime. Loving black people is not a crime. It don't matter how much they want to make it one. Go ahead.
It's a lucky. What makes it even worse is that the fact that it's not only just the fact that Kyrie even brought it out, or that the oppressors, being the devil the Bible speaks of. Like how you said how Shaq was turning on him, called him stupid.
Yeah.
Like your own brother hates you for bringing out the crimes of the oppressor.
And then, go ahead.
No, you go.
And it's so heavy what you say is because like you calling this man stupid. I thought getting a white man's education was all the new fad of the world.
Right.
Because Kyrie Irving went to Duke.
Right.
I'm just saying. I understand that he played basketball there, but you have to keep a certain GPA. So he can't be too much of an idiot if he went to Duke. Right. Because when are we calling educated niggas idiots?
Right.
First you was an idiot for not having a white man's education, and now you're an idiot for having one. Right. He's not calling him an idiot for having a white man's education. He's calling him an idiot for speaking outside the box, for giving black people an identity. We can't listen to the same people who's already told you that they're going to sell out for a goddamn dollar. Shaq is the biggest. He's a 7-foot coward. That's what he is. He's a 7-foot big old cooning and buffooning coward that don't give a damn about nothing, man. Right. I'm gonna pull this video up, man. We gotta watch this, man. We gotta make sure that we pay attention to what's being said in these videos, man. And I'm gonna try to listen to the brother Jay Will. I didn't really give a damn about Jay Will.
Amari Stoudemire, 6-time All-Star.
But I'm rocking with the brother now.
Before we get into the Nets handling of Kyrie, Amari Stoudemire, 6-time All-Star, joining the conversation. Amari, you bring a very unique perspective. Obviously, we all know the success you had with Nash on the court, and then you were an assistant on the Nets, and also you're a black man who is Jewish. What was your
black man
reaction
who is
to Kyrie?
Jewish. Right?
I mean, my initial reaction was
he calls himself a convert, by the way.
He's a guy who's really trying to find his identity. Right, he's on this quest of searching for information and knowledge, and while acquiring this type of information, you got to be more mindful of doing more research, checking your sources, reviewing.
All right, stop right there. He has to be more mindful of doing his research, checking the resource. Basically, he got to be careful not to offend anybody. Right. When the fact of the matter is, these oppressors do whatever. These oppressors is on TikTok doing nigga dances and, you know what I'm saying, doing the latest trend. Whatever a black person do, they do. They steal black culture all the time, say things that disrespect, that are atrocious to black people, and nobody tells them to be mindful of the shit they doing. Quit doing black dances. That's disrespectful. Right. Seeing white people try to do a black dance. You ever see a white person try to do the electric slide? That's disrespectful. Atrocious. Yeah. They took it and made it a country line dance. Right. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to be mindful of everything that you do, black man. But these white people can do whatever the hell they want. They can say whatever they want. They can do whatever. They, hey, I remember when they start getting their hair braided, when it was a big old conspiracy theory behind white girls getting their hair braided. And remember what they was calling them? The bodega braids or Bo Garrett braids or something. Right. They started making it seem like it was attached to another culture. Right. It wasn't black culture to get your hair braided. It came from, it's like an East Indian culture according to the white man. Right. You get what I'm saying? Like, nobody is mindful about anything that they say or do to blacks, Hispanics, or Native Indians. But if you cough in a white person's direction, you have to be mindful of that and apologize. No. You've definitely offended them. Something you want to say, Priest?
I was going to ask a quick question. So, just throwing this out there. Everybody keep on calling themselves Jewish. So if everybody's Jewish, who the heck is the real Jews?
Hey, that nigga Omari Stoudemire, man, he said he's a Jew by convert, not by blood, but by convert. And he says that to appease the white man. He wants to try to claim his identity while not pissing the white man off. Everything is not about pissing off the oppressor, man. Right. Goddamn the oppressor. I don't give a damn if he's mad. What he gonna do? What he's been doing? Right? What is he gonna do? Kill more of us? What is he gonna do? Kill us like he's been doing? Right. He's gonna control the social media like he's been doing. There is nothing that these
guys gonna do. Rob us some more?
Yeah, he's gonna steal some more stuff, steal some more land from the Indians. Right. Put more Israelite kids in cages.
So keep pushing drugs into the black community.
He's gonna keep. Is that what he's gonna do next? There's nothing that this goddamn oppressor can do to us that he has not already done. Right. There is nothing that this oppressor can do to us that he has not already done. What the hell are we scared of? Right. We have survived everything that this oppressor has had to dish out. We have survived it, and we act like we scared because he got an attitude problem. Right. I don't give a damn about no goddamn oppressor getting mad, man.
So they're scared because he got an attitude problem.
Put a mic in front of my face on a national stage. I'm telling you, Commander Johanna going to have to disown me because I'm going to go in. He go, well, yeah, listen, he said a lot of right things, but he wasn't supposed to say it like that. Right. You're going to think I'm part pirate. Right. You're going to do a 23andMe and find out I got pirate in my blood the way I'm going to be cussing these goddamn devils out, man.
So it appears Blackbeard with his ancestors.
Right. I'm going to call him so many goddamn devils in so many different languages. It's going to be amazing. They ain't even going to know I spoke. Give me an oppressor language.
Yiddish,
right? Now that's a gross one, but I wouldn't speak that. But
it's German.
Yeah, there it is.
To offend the Jewish man specifically.
I'm gonna learn how to say the white man is the devil in German, and I'm gonna start doing it at camp. That's what I'm gonna do. You should have never gave me that idea. Let's get back to this video.
I'm gonna learn how to say.
I'm gonna learn how to
There's
say
the
it.
devil. The Bible speaks of in German,
Call-
just so I can offend
I'm
you.
gonna learn how to say fake Jew in German.
That's funny.
And call them that at camp.
Very.
Before you actually, promote
Disseminating
anything.
it.
Right, exactly. And I think that's something that Kyrie's probably lacking right now, is that he's not really doing the full vetting of what he's promoting. And I think that's getting him into trouble.
Absolutely.
I want to get to Kyrie Irving in 1 second, but I want to make a bigger point that I think a lot of people have missed that is worth our attention and time. So over the last several days, I've heard a lot of people come out and speak against Kyrie Irving, right? Which they should. I get it. On the lack of due diligence. I watched the entire film.
Mhm.
I watched the entire thing. There's a lot of things in the film I disagree with. The curiosity nature of it is interesting. But I will say this. Where is that same attention and energy for the platform that is promoting it and profiting off of it? I don't hear any of that talk around Jeff Bezos and Amazon.
Right.
I don't hear anybody talking about that. I hear everybody skewing their anger towards Kyrie for taking a picture of it and tweeting about it. Now, there deserves to be more context there from Kyrie. I think where Kyrie lost a lot of people is the unwillingness to go to the podium and expound upon the points that he learned from watching this.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna pause right there. Now, and I just gotta say, man, shout out to that boy Jay Wills, man. I didn't even know he had that in him, man. That nigga got, hey, listen, he got a lot of heart. He got a lot of love for his brothers, man. I didn't know he had that kind of fight in him. I didn't know he had that kind of dog in him. But I am definitely impressed by that brother, man.
Hey, a pressure makes a wise man mad.
Damn right. And he said something that was so heavy. Where is the upturn for, hey, Shalom, Lord Christ, warriors, shout out Trooper Shamash One. But where is that same energy for the platform that's doing it?
Right, that's pushing us out.
That's pushing it out. And here's what gets me. So I'm gonna say this real quick because I don't want to forget my other point that I want to bring out. So where's the pushback on the platform?
Right.
Like if it's anything that has to do with the LGBT community, there is no uproar.
Right.
There is no uproar. And we know that the LGBT community is pushing homosexuality onto our goddamn kids. Go ahead.
If I could, real quick, I want to deviate into a story just to further prove that, if I could.
Yeah.
So I had a story that I wanted to pull. I ain't gonna keep it too long-winded, but
No,
actually, I'm gonna really
just hold it.
Can I paraphrase it then?
Yeah, go ahead.
So
hold on, before you do, so I don't forget my point.
All right,
So I don't forget my point.
All right, no sweat.
So the LGBT community, nobody expounds upon their anger and their frustration for them and all the things that they're doing. Right? They pushing something that goes against the so-called religious aspects of the so-called Jewish man, because the Jewish man is all about following Christ, right? So where's the Jewish community speaking up against the LGBT community for promoting and pushing this gay lifestyle? Isn't that considered hate?
Right.
Isn't that anti-Semitism as well?
Right.
And not only that, but then, you know what I'm saying, not to go at Jay Wills, because, I'm rocking with that brother. But since when do black people have to clarify what we learned in our sense of understanding and why we feel the way that we feel? To be the only people who have to justify every goddamn thing of our life.
Right.
Go ahead.
Hey, the oppressor sure as hell doesn't. Lock in my language, but he doesn't.
Damn right.
He don't tell you why he was a member of the Ku Klux Klan.
Right.
Maybe just because he felt like being one.
Right. He don't have to expand upon his reasoning.
Right.
Donald Trump didn't have to expound upon his reasoning.
Right.
But for some odd reason, Kyrie Irving has to expound upon why he watched the movie and why he felt the way he felt about the movie and what did he learn from the movie. And what the caught myself.
So what did you learn from the movie?
What is this?
Kindergarten?
Second grade show and tell.
Such a third grade interpretation of this movie.
Yeah. So he got to do a book report.
Right.
He got to do a goddamn book report on the book.
Right.
And get the hell out of here. You Christians don't expound upon anything that you're talking about out the Bible.
Right.
God loves everybody. Show it to me in the Bible. You can't. God loves the sin and hates the sinner. Show us. God loves the sinner and hates the sin. Show it to me in the Bible. You don't expand upon a goddamn thing, you Christians.
Right.
The white man don't have to expand upon nothing. The Chinese man don't have to explain why Chinatown is just full of Chinese people. And even though they got a Chinatown in every major city and got Chinese shops in all the goddamn ghettos, why no black people work in them? They don't have to expound upon that.
Right.
Go ahead.
It's a lock. Ain't nobody talking about why Germany had to take on the Jewish man. And nobody talking about how you Russia had to attack Ukraine, and nobody questioning about
They
that.
ain't got to expand upon that.
And nobody questioning about that.
You know what I'm saying?
But you want to question a black man about his interpretation on a movie,
Damn right.
about why he decided to speak out, why he decided to speak on this movie.
Right. Yeah, my fault. I know you want to get into your story.
Nah, you good.
You sure you don't want to get into it?
I was gonna get into it. I was
go
gonna
ahead.
let you get in there.
Go ahead. And I'm gonna come back to the video. You know what I'm saying? Switch gears real quick because, like I said, the LGBT community is pushing their agenda, and where's the backlash for them? Where's the backlash for LGBT community running in schools and putting dildos on little kids' foreheads?
Right.
Nobody's mad about that. They're putting dildos around little kids' necks like necklaces. Little kids got rod necklaces in school and nobody says nothing. They're passing out little gay books. Nobody says a goddamn thing, but Kyrie expands upon a movie and a book about black people having an identity, and it's a hate crime.
Right.
But you could give little kids books about men becoming women, and that's not considered no type of hate whatsoever.
Right.
That's love. Well, if that's love, what Kyrie Irving did is love.
Right.
And that's the problem. Love for black people is considered a hate crime.
Right.
The oppressor is the goddamn devil, the Bible speaks of. Go ahead.
He always will be.
Damn right.
Slug. The story that I wanted to bring out, like I said, I'm gonna just paraphrase it. But to prove the entitlement and the utter, I guess I could just say utter gall of the LGBTQ community.
The audacity of these guys.
Yes, the audacity of these mugs right here, man. So there was an article that I was reading through where it was talking about how the LGBTQ community is trying to sue the army, right? And here's the reason why. Because the army told them that basically from now on, when we start to do recruitments and stuff like, they'd be showing to the to schools and stuff like that, or they might just go out and just do random recruitments.
Right.
They told you that if you HIV positive or anything like AIDS,
If you
like
got
that,
cooties,
yeah, basically, we can't recruit you. And the LGBTQ community is trying to sue them for that. When the thing is, that's like you. The thing is this. There's no other clear-cut way to say this. That is just the most disgusting thing on the face of this planet right now. Like, for you to want to send somebody out with HIV into a war where you have to literally treat people with bullet wounds, stab wounds, all these other medical issues.
Do blood transfusions.
Yeah, and you want to send them in there to infect other people in warfare. Now, we are in no way condoning joining the army. I can give a damn about the people over there. But with that being said,
unless you're an oppressor,
right?
If you're not Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, if you're not Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, I highly recommend that you join the army.
Right. But with that being said, like you said,
go over there and fight for freedom of America. You should definitely do that.
Right. But no, like with that being said, like I said, the entitlement of the LGBTQ community, it is so heinous. It's a plague at this point. That's exactly what it is. It's just a plague. Because they feel entitled to literally everything. They feel entitled to have every single other day of the week dedicated to them.
Listen, they said that you have to accept me with AIDS.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then you're then you're homophobic or AIDS-ophobic. I mean, what's the new phobia that the LGBT community is pushing on now?
I guess you could say disease-ophobic.
Disease-ophobic. If you don't accept me with my cooties, you disease-ophobic.
Right.
Watch that be a new word in the dictionary. I want a quarter for every time you read that word from here on out. Disease-ophobic. We just made that up right here and now.
Right.
Like, once somebody send a post, it's in Wikipedia already.
Right, it's on Wikipedia already. But nah, man, that's crazy, yo. Because that is a clear health hazard, and y'all are offended by that. How dare you deny us access?
How dare you?
How dare you deny the LGBTQ community? You know who I am? I'm the LGBTQ community. I make more in an hour than you make in 2 hours.
Right.
That's a mindset, man. Hell no.
Oh, man.
Said pronourophobic. That's funny.
It really is pronourophobic. You're pronourophobic. Hey, that's a good one. That's a good one, man. Let's get back to this video real quick of Jay Will, man. I rocks with Jay Will now, man. He went in. Right? He went in.
Right? And actually coming out and saying, I don't stand about calling Jewish people the devil.
I do.
Right? There was a lot of misinformation, but this is my main point. from watching this. But I go back to the bigger
I just gotta
macro
say one
point.
thing. It is irresponsible, even if you have curiosity. It is
I agree with you.
irresponsible.
See,
they'd have
that's
kicked me off that
That's
show.
when I would have snapped on that bitch.
They'd have kicked me off of that
I
show.
would've told them, shut up, bitch. Don't correct me like I don't know what the hell I'm saying. I say what I want to say.
Right,
I don't need you to correct me.
right.
Like, I'd have snapped. I'd have put her all the way in check. I'd have said, shut your cock hole.
Right. Since you muscle bound woman lover.
Yeah.
To amplify
I agree.
messages from Hitler
I agree.
ever on any
Right. So-
on any and that's not I just want to make that
No,
clear. And you didn't allude to that, but ever under any circumstance.
Yes. So why is it on a major
100%.
platform? Why is the major platform amplifying it? Kyrie amplified it, the 14.7
I'm not defending
million.
them
I understand.
either.
I think that's a great point. But the platform is profiting and promoting it to billions of people. If that is so, the anti-Semitism, if that is a thing, and I've called a lot of my Jewish friends. We have talked about this. I get it. Kyrie Irving deserves a lot of heat. Then put heat towards something where it deserves it too, and that's on the platform. And I feel like that whole thing is being missed here, as everybody like. And I get that Kanye tagged onto it. It's a bigger conversation.
You're-
Listen, gender
Hold on, real quick. Go ahead, take over for me.
Come on. No, but if I could,
All right, Cap.
you already took the video
let me
down.
call you right back real quick, Cap.
But I just wanted to touch on this point real quick. So, the brother, what was it, James or Jones? I forget what his name
Jay
was.
Williams.
Yep, Jay Williams. So, lucky. So, I had caught in the interview. He was talking about, he had talked to some of his Jewish friends, and he was talking about, Kyrie deserves some of the backlash.
Yeah.
But with that being said, it needs to be directed towards something else. Well, my thing is this: like we already said at the beginning of this, like we hang around niggas all the time. We have we love our brothers and sisters.
Right.
I talk to my brothers and sisters all the time, and if I were to go to them and be like, yeah, he's offended. Let me go talk to him, and we go and attack these oppressors that had murdered blacks, Mexican, and Native Indians. They wouldn't accept that. They wouldn't accept that. But the one time a Jewish man is offended, it's all of a sudden a big deal. It's all of a sudden it needs to be a hot new topic.
Right.
When blacks, Mexican, and Native Indians is being offended, being killed, being murdered, having everything taken from them on the daily, but we don't get none of this same energy.
And what he was bringing up was so heavy that it went over a lot of people's head. Like he was saying, where is that same energy for the platform? Like, where is that same energy? Like, a black man can't even goddamn it talk without some goddamn heathen or coon trying to correct. No, that ain't what he meant. You meant to say it this way. Shut the hell up. I know what the hell I said.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? I know what I meant to say.
Right?
And even if I said something that I didn't mean, let me correct it, not you.
Right?
Shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and once more, this has got blew way out of proportion, and nobody even cares about the true meaning of what Kyrie was saying.
Right.
All Kyrie was saying is that black people have a goddamn identity too.
Right.
Okay, Jewish man, why come you can't be a Jewish man and we can't be a Jew as well?
Right.
What's the problem with that?
Right.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, Salakia, like that, like this whole situation itself just goes to further prove, like no matter what you think your status is, no matter what your foothold is that you think you have here in America, you still just a nigga. All that, Salakia, he's a basketball player, wasn't
he? Yeah, he's a basketball player.
Like I said, all basketball all those crossovers he did to a nigga.
I mean,
It don't
nothing.
matter at the end of the day. Like I said, you brought out this one thing and the world is against you.
Right. But it's a beautiful quiet. Damn right. That's how they do black people. That's how they want us. Just shut up and dribble. I remember that one devil said that about LeBron, who no longer rock with.
Right?
Coon ass niggas. I'm sick of coon ass niggas, man. That's out of style.
Right?
It's been out of style. It's time for real niggas. You know what I'm saying? And this nigga right here, Jay
That was
Wells.
the same brother.
Yeah, this is him. It's another.
I remember
video.
this video.
Yeah, he's a real nigga. He is now, you know what I'm saying, king of the real niggas in the social media world, man. Because he listen to what he said. He's on it.
State of empathy, right?
Media down and make Kyrie.
Of course,
So,
he still
hey,
got a
check
lot
out
of Christian in
Profound
his
Point.
blood. Right. But
With the state of empathy, right? Regardless of what color, what creed, what race you are, I look at people as human beings. I think that's important. But life is always about taking a stand and hold. So I want to explain
what I feel like my stance is as a black male in this world, okay? And conversations that I've had with my brothers and sisters in the black community. And I want you guys to empathize with it and hear me on it. So when I hear what Kyrie Irving has to go through in order to be reinstated, I'm appalled. I'm appalled. And let me give you examples of how I feel like we don't have the same energy and hold other people who have dealt with racial tropes accountable. So when Sarah Silverman does blackface, or when Don Imus says nappy-headed hose, or when Howard Stern calls somebody the N-word in the skit, or when Brett Favre takes money from the state of Mississippi, we don't ask them to get sensitivity training.
Right.
We don't ask them to donate $500,000. We don't ask them to meet with the Black National Caucus.
Right.
They apologize. And then, you know what? The rest of the world moves on.
Right.
But what I feel like is happening here, and that's how in the black community, like we've been told that's how the process works, right? Think about that, Bert. That's how the process works. Oh, somebody does a blackface. Oh, it was a misunderstanding. We got it. Okay. You know, is that person really racist? Probably not. Was it ignorant? Probably so. Okay. We understand it. We move forward. We don't like it. We would love to hold them accountable. But society and having a lot of black people in positions of power, we don't have the governability to do that. But what we feel like happens with Kyrie is even after an apology, it's not enough. We feel like there needs to be more. And a lot of people I've spoken to over the last couple of days talk about this thing. Older mentors of mine talk about buck breaking. It's so we talk about tropes. This is something that we feel like in the black community that happened way back in the day, where if there was a slave that was defiant, right, he got broken in front of everybody in order to show that he was not in a position of power.
Right.
And that at the end of the day, he had to do what he was told to do because that's what was mandated of him. And there's a bigger situation going on. What's happening with Kyrie Irving? If the Nets don't want him to be there, just say you don't want him to be there.
Right.
But we should hold everybody accountable, even owners of teams accountable with things that are happening in other countries, i.e. China and Uyghurs and the Muslim genocide that is occurring that we hear Enes Kanter talk about. But we don't keep the same energy for everybody. We pick and choose what conversational points we want to make more polarizing. And I might lose my job. I might lose deal opportunities in the future for speaking out about even the platforms that continue to promote and profit a movie that is considered anti-Semitic.
Right.
To billions of people. They don't have to be accountable. Who is accountable? But we're going to put everything on the shoulders of Kyrie Irving, who, even though he said, I cannot be anti-Semitic because if I know where I came from, stating that he's one of the 4 lost tribes. He's saying that blacks and Jews come from the same entity, the same thing. But we don't want to understand nuance. We want to be triggered by words, and we like fire, and we like things that are, you know, going viral on social media, and everybody has some kind of hot take, and we're calling people idiots, and we're calling people names because that's what we do. Right. We just destroy each other. I ain't gonna destroy each other, man. I'm not gonna do that. Is Kyrie Irving anti-Semitic? Hell no. Could he have gone about it maybe a different way? That's what I would have advised him to do. But I'm not gonna let you guys sit out here and make this dude out to be like he is a villain, like he is a bad person. He is looking to explore his heritage. Now you can crucify me if you want. I don't give a damn anymore. It's time for people to start speaking out with nuance and speaking out on the principles they stand for. That's all I'll say.
That's right. Damn right. That was a mighty brother right there, man. Saying he don't give a damn about that punk ass job.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Damn that job, man. Man, listen. My brothers is more important than any job on the face of this planet. In fact, my job is to let my brothers know that they're more important than anything on the face of this planet.
Right.
Go ahead, soldier.
So lucky. What was Joe always telling me? America always gonna need more slaves.
Always gonna need more slaves. Damn that job. They get another person up there to try to coon the buffoon.
Right.
There's a lot of niggas waiting in the line to be the next Shaq.
Right.
Sell out their people. Hey, Shaq, I got a question for you, Shaq. Where was that same energy when Papa John's was running around calling people niggas?
Right.
Where was that same energy, Shaq? Why come you didn't call Papa John's an idiot?
And this is a local food spot.
Well, it's around the world.
Right.
Why come you didn't call Papa John's an idiot, Shaq?
Right.
Why come you stood with Papa John's and forgave him and told black people, come back home, Shaq?
Right.
Is it because Papa John's paid you?
Right.
Well, listen, I'm pretty sure Kyrie could give you a couple of million.
Right.
It's not a problem, Shaq. If it's money you want, we can figure it out, Shaq. If your soul is for sale,
Right.
you coward. Where was the sensitivity training for Papa John, Shaq?
Right.
Shaq.
Right.
Where was it at? Where was that
Shaq.
same energy? Why wasn't Papa John's an idiot?
Right.
The Shakaroni, that gay ass Salakia, that unmasculine commercial.
Right.
You goddamn coward, you man. Man, listen, man. When are we gonna quit? When are we gonna quit accepting anything but excellence from blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man?
Right.
We don't give a damn about these traitors and these sellouts, man. God damn them, man.
Right.
You don't want to stand with Kyrie Irving, no sweat. It's sad. The same people that's calling them, that's standing, that's backing away from him. When a nigga said the earth was flat, everybody was on the bandwagon. Kyrie Irving got a point.
Right.
He said the earth is flat. Kyrie Irving got a point.
Right.
Why do airplanes fly like this? You had all the science in the world for the flat earth. But now that he said the blacks are Jews, you just ain't got no science, no proof, not a video,
Right.
not nothing. Go
Right.
ahead.
It's lucky. It's fun. It's crazy when you put it like that. Because these same fans that was with Kyrie Irving when he was making all the greatest basketball plays. He was doing everything amazing.
Right.
He was doing everything amazing according to the white man, lucky according to the oppressor. Right. But then the second he says something about black Hispanics and Native Indians being the true Jews according to the Bible,
that's a problem.
It's an issue. And the thing is, like, these same loyal fans was so hurt and was so, blindsided by this. It's like, dang, everybody else getting mad. Even though I like Kyrie Irving before, I'm gonna get mad too because I have to be a part of the crowd. I don't want to be different. I want to rock with Kyrie now. Like that. Like that's just a messed up mindset to have, man. You can't let your how could I put this?
Opinion, your truth, what's right, be swayed by the oppressor.
That's what I'm looking for. You can't let the truth be what deters you from everybody else's opinion, from everybody else's thoughts. Just because everybody else mad because they mad because they don't want Kyrie saying this, don't mean you should be mad at the fact that it's simply the truth.
Right. Like you letting another person's opinion sway you from what the truth is.
Right.
He's a goddamn coward.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Man, I don't even know what else to say at this point, man.
At this point, there ain't nothing else to say.
Like black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, you are the true Jew of the Bible, man.
Right.
What these people have done to you is called identity theft. That is a crime.
Right.
That is a crime. And it should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Right.
You understand? And let me tell you something. When the Most High Christ returns, we're going to find out who was right and who was wrong.
Right.
According to the so-called Christian church and the Jewish man, even if we are wrong, right, we get to go to heaven anyway.
Right.
We're going to wait till the chariots come, and at the last minute, I'm going to go cha-ching forgiveness and be accepted by the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and get into heaven. And I'm going to be there with all the Germans that murdered them in the Holocaust. Right? I'm going to be there with all the Germans that murdered all the Jewish men in the Holocaust. We're all going to be in one big smelting pot in heaven on the clouds with angel wings, according to all y'all philosophies.
Around naked little babies.
Around naked little babies with wings.
Right.
So it doesn't matter if the ISUPK is wrong, right? We get into heaven by default, according to your logic and your thesis. Go ahead, priest.
I was going to say, Salaki, if that's the case, I'm genuinely confused. What gets a person sent to so-called hell?
Not asking for forgiveness on your deathbed.
So my thing is this: so you can be a murderer, a robber, a rapist. You can do all the most vile and wicked things on the face of this planet.
You could be 99 years old, right?
Right.
And
you can live a life of nothing but wickedness.
Listen, you can rape little babies for 364 days, and on that 65th day, if you're about to die, you can repent and go to heaven. according to the Jewish man philosophies, according to everybody else's philosophy.
So all you have to do is accept them.
Mhm.
So if you don't accept them, then it's when you go to hell.
Yeah, every
you
time
can live a life of righteousness,
or
you can be saving black, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
or according to them, also you could just do it every day and then say sorry and then do it again the next day. That's how it works,
You people baffle me.
right? So
you people are baffling me.
So we gonna find out when the Most High in Christ return, when them 200 million angels pull up in them chariots on them things. You understand?
Pull up on them y'all means.
Y'all means. You know what I'm saying? We gonna find out who was right and who was wrong.
Right.
And even if the ISUPK is wrong, let's just say the ISUPK, hypothetically, we're wrong. We get into heaven anyway.
Right.
So what difference do it make, right?
So as soon as you see the skies break open, I accept Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior.
Yes,
yeah,
you made it,
right? It's just in time.
Just in time. Neck in time, boy. Them missiles was right there. Woo. Good thing I said that fast ass prayer and got into heaven.
Right.
Well, all the Germans that murdered all the so-called Jewish men in the Holocaust.
Right.
You understand? Quit being a goddamn idiot your whole life, man.
Right.
Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, get up out that Christian church. One West is the only way. You understand?
That's right.
Point blank, period, man. And with that being said, man, we about to go ahead and end the show. Man, we appreciate it as always, man. Go ahead and give your last thoughts, mighty man.
I ain't got no last thoughts. I only got facts. The oppressor's the devil the Bible speaks of.
Damn right.
Big ain't gonna never change.
Hey, big facts. I can definitely agree with that, man. That's something that me and you are always going to agree on no matter what.
That's right.
Man, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. You know what I'm saying? You the true Jews of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Man, woman, and child. You're the true Jews of the Bible, man. Don't ever let nobody steal your identity. Don't ever let nobody take it away from you. And be unapologetically black.
That's
be
right.
Unapologetically a Jew, a child of the Most High, a
That's
Jew
right.
of the Bible. You don't have to apologize for that, man.
Right.
And never forget the oppressors the devil the Bible speaks of, man.
That's right.
We see y'all next time, man. Thanks for rocking it out with us, man. Another episode of Moment of Truth podcast, man. Shalom, Lord Christ, Israel.